You're not behind in retirement because you're bad with money. Nobody is that bad with money. You're behind because no one gave you a clear path, and I'm here to help you change that. Welcome to the Wealthy After 40 podcast, the show for Gen X women and couples who are ready to ditch financial stress and feel confident about retirement. I'm your host, Daylene Higgins, financial and retirement coach, helping Gen Xers master their money and create a personalized retirement plan so they can stop spinning their wheels and step boldly into their dream retirement. If you're feeling behind, don't worry. Continue listening to this podcast, as well as be sure to grab your free guide, 5 Must-Do Steps to Start Retirement Planning Now, at elevatefinances.us/must-do. And remember, let's make retirement possible together. So you have put your family first for all of your working career, raising them because you value family. And why shouldn't you? They're what is so important to you. And yeah, you shouldn't deny it. But now you're finding the kids are growing, the house is becoming quieter. And as you're sitting in the quiet of this house, your thoughts start shifting to you and your future, because now you have that time. Now you have that option to put yourself first. You still value family, but they're on their own doing it. This is now you and thinking about your future. The first thing you think is, how am I going to retire? And immediately you feel behind. Honestly, that question and that feeling comes because we've never spent time like we have the time now to begin thinking about our future. And as we are asking ourselves that question, how am I going to retire? And now I feel behind. You find yourself thinking, okay, what do I do next? And as the smart person that you are, you attempt to solve the problem. It's what we all do. You go searching the internet. You're Googling all sorts of questions, looking for something. It's probably how you found me. But what you're finding is a lot of information. You can see it's all relative to retirement and it all is important. But what you're not finding is that clear plan. I just want a step-by-step guide. I just want the clear roadmap. I just want somebody to tell me what steps to take next. Because as you look at that information, you feel overwhelmed. You're frustrated. You're not sure how to put it in the steps. So let's pause the noise, and I'm going to help you focus on what actually matters. I'm going to give you the 5 must-do steps to start retirement planning, whether you're just starting or if you feel behind. These 5 must-dos are important in setting the foundation to be able to move forward, and all of that information you found in searches will start making more sense. All right. The 5 must-dos. The first one, I want you to take inventory. Now, what do I mean by that? I want you to account for all of your bills, all of your spending, all of your savings, all of your retirement accounts. And just like the step says, take inventory. We're just making a list. We're just itemizing all of this information. Make sure you're getting into some of the details so you know what it is you have. As you do this, there's no judgment at all. I don't want you to hear, oh gosh, that's a lot. Oh man, I should have saved more. All of these thoughts will come up. I want you to just press past them. We are not handling any of that right now. We just want a clear picture. We just want to build our awareness. Honestly, step 1 is creating our starting point. As you think of running a race, running a marathon, this is your starting point. All of these things or what you have done to help you complete the race successfully. Again, no judgment, just awareness. List your bills, understand all of the parts of your spending, savings. I'm talking about retirement savings, and outside of that savings, all of the things. Make sure you list those accounts so you know where to find those and how that adds up to your income. Those pieces are very, very important. Step 2, define your dream, even if it feels out of reach. As I ask you the question, what does retirement look like for you? I don't want you to be limiting yourself. I want you to create the dream. And the analogy of creating this race or building this marathon, whatever that is, if you've seen those, they have those ending, arches, whatever. This is your ending. This is your arch. And I want it to be very beautiful. I want it to be very desirable for you. Be really honest and specific. Get into some of the details if you can. If this is your first time defining it, you're going to be really probably not understanding what it could be. It's just a start. But ultimately, defining your dream will build the desire and the motivation to get there. Be clear, be real, dial into what you truly want from retirement. And this is an easy step, I know, for people to just look past and not, implement. But honestly, this is your ending point. Step 1 is the beginning. Step 2 is the ending, where we need to get to, where we've started from, which leads us to step 3. We've got to find the gaps. What is it that we need to do to take us from where we're at to that dream? How much more do we need to save? How much more do we need to maybe cut back on expenses? How much more do we need to define into this is truly what I want for retirement? All of those things. And the gap is your step-by-step plan. As you're looking for the gaps, again, these are the steps to get you somewhere. How much have you saved? How much do you need to have saved? How can you get there more quickly? What is it going to look like in the future? Finding the gap can be technical, and if this is not an area where you want to dial into it yourself or you're ready to just turn away and not do this, this is where you need to schedule your retirement roadmap session. We do all of these steps, even the next 2 I'm going to cover, and more. We dive deeper. I help you understand. We implement all of the steps for the gap, help you identify how much you've saved, how much more you need to save, how you can do that, really define your dream, how those expenses can fit into a budget, and create the entire roadmap, step-by-step guide. If you're not wanting to do this on your own, make sure you schedule that session to get you through this more quickly. Okay, step 4, create a value-based budget. Hopefully you already have a budget. That's basically what step 1 was about, in a sense, helping us understand what our bills, spending, and savings looks like. But step 4, when I say creating a value-based budget, this is to align your budget for who you are and making your money go where it matters most. If you really have defined your dream and you know you want to get there, leaning into the value-based budget, because we don't want to deny right now, but we want to honor that future dream, the value-based budget is your solution. Everything in there should have a purpose driving you to your goals. And you might have other goals in addition to retirement because we're living life and it is important. The other thing to remember is budgeting isn't punishment. Budgeting with this value-based or adding a purpose can be so powerful. And as you understand how to dial into the purposes for each of those categories and how it reflects in the different values of your life, it becomes free. It becomes really helpful in knowing that these are the things I'm going to do. This is what I am enjoying today, and this is what I'm going to enjoy in the future. Learning how to create a value-based budget is very, very huge. And step 5, this is the easy one. I want you to commit to one action today. Even the smallest step. But listening to this and not doing something, that's not what I want you to do. I want you to be able to do something, whether it is creating a budget or, taking inventory like we talked about in step 1. Or I have very simply put, I have a free resource with all 5 of these steps defined. What you need to do gives you instructions. There's additional resources for learning and implementation of each of these steps. Be sure to grab that resource that will walk you through these 5 steps. You can find that at elevatefinances.us/must-do. They're all right there. But again, like I said earlier, if you're ready to have that step-by-step guide, all of the steps, not just the 5 must-dos to get you started, you're wanting to better understand how all of these things we talked about today can benefit your personal situation, then I want you to book your retirement roadmap session. This is a 2-hour one-on-one coaching session where we will create your personalized roadmap together. We're using my signature framework, clarity, confidence, and control. In addition to these 5 steps and more, we will dive into them and make them for your life, for your situation. We'll customize them for you. Each step is not just given to you. I make sure you understand how to implement, what the steps are within that, of what you need to do to make sure those happen. If you've been searching for a step-by-step, a roadmap, a clear plan, I want you to book your session today at elevatefinances.us/roadmap. Now, both of those links are also down in the show notes, but I want you to not feel behind. And being able to do these 5 must-dos will help you understand where you are, how much you have done, what else you need to do, and that pinpointed direction you need to go. Remember, searching has left you wondering, well, what's the next step? Let's quickly recap. I want you to take inventory. With no judgment, I just want you to understand, what have you got going? What can you use? What are your assets and resources to put into reaching your dream, which we in step 2 are going to define. We're going to define it without limits, without barriers. We're going to get into the nitty-gritty because hopefully we can start reaching, costs and adding those into a retirement budget. Number 3, finding the gap. How are we going from our beginning post to our end post? Defining how much we've saved, how much more we need to save, how we can kind of close that gap with expense controlled and maybe more focused on the way we spend money or how money serves us. And we can find that in step 4 with creating a value-based budget. So really understanding that budgets that are built with purpose and value can have great power in guiding us to where we want to go, what we want to do, and how we can actually enjoy our money. Step 5, you're going to commit to one action today. I've talked about 2 that you could try and decide. I want you to grab your free guide. Again, it's links down in the show notes. 5 must-do steps if you feel behind with retirement planning. Got those laid out with all links for additional learning and calculations. Go grab that. Or if you're ready to just get that in and know all of the steps you need to do, book your retirement roadmap session with me today. 2 hours. We'll get it all laid out. You'll know exactly what you need to do to move forward and be able to reach that retirement dream. I just want to say one last thing. You're not behind in retirement because you're bad with money. Nobody is that bad with money. You're behind because no one gave you a clear path. And I'm here to help you change that. Whether you download that that free resource, or you book your personalized retirement roadmap session, let's get you moving and headed toward retirement. Thank you for tuning in. We'll see you next episode. Thanks for tuning in. I I hope today's episode helped you take one more step toward mastering your money and creating a retirement plan that fits your life. If this episode gave you value, would you do me a quick favor? Follow the show, leave a review, or share it with another Gen Xer who needs this kind of support. And if you're ready and tired of trying to figure it out all on your own, be sure to book your one-on-one retirement roadmap session, and together we'll create your personalized plan so you can move forward more quickly with clarity and confidence. You can find that at elevatefinances.us/roadmap to book your session today. And remember, retirement isn't just a dream, it's a plan, and let's make it possible together.